The man was flying private for the first time, but he was horrified to find the pilot was asleep.
Joe. Hey, Joe.
He called the pilot twice but got no response. That's when the man realized something was wrong. To make matters worse, the plane was visibly shaking without anyone in control. He reached for the pilot's carotid artery, but a plane isn't a toy. Looking at the control stick in front of him, his hands hovered in the air, unsure what to do, afraid even the slightest touch could cause disaster. Thankfully, he adjusted his mindset in time and carefully reached forward.
Hello?
Luckily, that wasn't the eject button, and he successfully contacted ground control. To keep his family calm, he covered the headset and explained the situation, but the real test was just beginning. Using the flight manual, his wife discovered the plane was still on autopilot, and they were now at 5,000 meters, still steadily climbing. If it stayed this way, they would eventually die from lack of oxygen. They had to turn off autopilot now, so the man could take full manual control. For his family's safety, he decisively turned off autopilot.
Caution.
Mom, what is that?
Manual caution.
All right. I turned it off.
Then he pulled the yoke and began to slowly descend. The man's face turned pale with anger, but things got even worse. A strong air current was heading straight for them. If they didn't land within 45 minutes, their chances of survival would be nearly zero.
This turns into an FAA emergency to a Coast Guard recovery mission.
But disaster struck again. The younger daughter suddenly looked unwell. The older sister realized something was wrong and immediately suspected the chocolate. She picked up the wrapper. Sure enough, it listed peanuts in the ingredients, and her sister was allergic to peanuts.
Mom, I think she needs her shot. Mom, she had some candy that might have had some nuts in it. Look, I don't know. I just need her EpiPen. Where is it?
It's in the luggage compartment in the pink backpack. I'm gonna come back there, baby.
No, you stay up there, and you help Daddy.
The plane climbed back into the air, but the direction was now completely off. In the chaos, the plane flew straight into the storm. Even worse, the man realized he couldn't control the plane anymore. The weather disrupted the signal, and they had now entered the heart of the storm.
I think we're done.
Dark clouds and lightning surrounded them. It felt like they were in hell. The man who had held it together all this time, thankfully he adjusted his mindset in time and carefully reached forward.
Hello?
Luckily, that wasn't the eject button, and he successfully contacted ground control. To keep his family calm, he covered the headset and explained the situation, but his nervous movements still caught his wife's attention.
Stay back there with the kids, all right?
She unbuckled her seatbelt and ignored his attempts to stop her, and they were now at 5,000 meters, still steadily climbing. If it stayed this way, they would eventually die from lack of oxygen. They had to turn off autopilot now, so the man could take full manual control. For his family's safety, he decisively turned off autopilot.
Caution.
Mom, what is that?
Manual caution.
All right. I turned it off.
Then he pulled the yoke and began to slowly descend. Luckily, the man had played flight simulator games before. Just then a voice came from the pilot's body. It was a satellite call from command. With their guidance, the man retracted the landing gear, and the plane regained control. But still shaken from the failed landing, he didn't believe they would make it.
You've been a hero to those girls 1,000 times. And I love you. And I believe you can do this. You can do it.
Encouraged by his wife, he found his confidence again and finally flew out of the storm. The man returned to the small airport and, under the pilot's guidance, lowered the landing gear again and lined up with the runway. His wife held the phone to his ear, gave him a gentle kiss on the cheek, then went back to her daughters. Together they held hands and prayed for a miracle. In the end, the plane made a successful emergency landing, and the entire family survived. The film was based on a true story that happened on Easter in 2009. Every character in the movie is still working in their original role today.